There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, all right. Got that. Let's see. Shit. All right. Let me see if I can get this. See if I can get this to stick. All right. See if that holds now. See if that holds. Hey Ezra, man, I gotta shout you out, Ezra, man, because goddamn, no matter what type of shit, Ezra, I shout you out because no matter what type of, there's never been a live stream that I've done, Ezra, and I don't even think Ezra agree with everything I agree in the Bible, but there's never been a live stream that I've done that Ezra has not showed up to. I got to give you props, Ezra. Got to give shit. I'm in a hotel trying to make sure this shit don't drop. Trying to put some weight on this fucking. Maybe that'll work. Let me see if that works. Ezra, you have never been absent from a live stream, no matter what. I got to give you your props for that. Definitely give you your props. Details on mother who shot 20-year-old under her daughter's bed. I'm trying to get, I want to play something. Now, I am going to go live on, okay. I am going to go live on TikTok. Also, but a couple of things I wanted to go over. I was watching, the NAACP, like, Nolan Wells, I've been saying Nelson like all week. I finally got the correct name. Nolan Wells' problem with hanging with so-called Jew. I'm saying so-called Jew because I'm living with that. Hanging with white people, and he was unalived. And since that time, the mom and the dad. One thing that you can't say is that the mom and dad have initially come out and made it racial. I can't say that. And I don't really expect them to say that because, of course, they obviously live in a integrated area with white people. So that's probably why they wouldn't say anything. And so when I'm watching it, I just didn't like the whole minstrel show that's being done about it. I do, and it's like I do like that they're doing something about it because one of the white boys' moms is a judge, so of course, just like they're protecting their son, that white woman judge can say what she wants. She's going to, yeah, it's a lot of Nolans out there. Yep, that's correct. Um, that white woman's judge, her mother's instinct is gonna kick in way before she thinks I'm gonna do the right thing for Nolan. And I think that's what everybody needs to remember. So I do want to play some of this Q&A. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this, okay?
We have a few questions. We have my colleagues on either side with microphones. Please announce your name and your media outlet if you have any questions. We're going to be quick because we have other programming going on in real time. We'll go here first.
Oh, thank you. Hi, everybody. Samantha Chapman, ABC7 Chicago. You just unveiled a comprehensive outline of the independent report. Can you summarize for our viewers, because there's a lot to take in, a lot of information. So in summary, can you succinctly tell us what we can take away from this report? And also, if you can provide more details about the neck. Yeah. I heard a lot of people behind me gasping when that detail was mentioned.
Yeah. Let me try to be very comprehensive. As Dr. Roger Mitchell said, that the focal area of red discoloration in the soft tissue of the back of the head, the occipital region, is significant because he cannot determine why you have that red discoloration in the back of his brain. That's significant.
Now I'm gonna pause it right there. So they first noticed in the autopsy, and of course I also went to one of my favorite websites, which is Atlantic Black Star. So one of the first things that they pointed out was that there was red discoloration in the back of the head. So far right now, the autopsy results are still undetermined as to what is the cause of his passing. They don't know what the cause of his passing. Another point that you're going to see, they're going to talk about the throat being removed. Now, if you watch the audio, when they said the throat was removed, there was a gasp without the, in the audience, like, damn, why was his throat removed? But then they said that's normal procedure. But what's not normal procedure, which I believe they're going to say it, is that part wasn't sent to them to investigate. Like, why was that held back? All right. They're also going to hear, they might say, if you listen, they might say the organs was removed, but they're saying that's also normal. And then they usually put back. All right. I'm going to keep playing.
About Mr. Williams, just the fact that as it's common practice, he was missing his throat when they received the body. And he wants to know why they held it back. He's not drawing any conclusions, but he said he would want to examine it if there were neck fractures or compressions to the neck.
That's a big, so now think about what we're talking about right here. Now, they want you to believe that Nolan Wells passed away from drowning or something like that. But now you have red discoloration in the back of the head. You got the throat removal, which is normal practice, but why wasn't it sent to be a part of the autopsy? Because that's still his body. So they don't have his neck. Why are you holding that back? That's like it's one thing to provide all the evidence and stand on, no, he died of drowning or some other thing. It's another thing when, if you think about it, messages being deleted, accounts being deleted. Now the autopsy is showing things that will contradict the storyline that they're trying to say. Let me tell you something, right? And this is the answer that you're going to need whenever you face white people when you're talking about this. When they tell you about black people, when you bring this up, they're going to say, well, black people unalive black people too. And your answer has to be something like this. Your first answer has to be, well, white people unalive white people too. You have to say that also. And then you got to say the difference is when a black person unalives a black person. You know what happens when a black person unalives a black person? That black person gets arrested, evidence gets found, they go to jail, they do time. Even with the whole stop snitching, don't snitch, don't do that. But when a white person unalives a black person, it's always this. You have to always go through this whole rigmarole to get any type of justice, any type of claim. You know why? Because when a white unalives a black, it's an act of war. Crime is crime, y'all. Don't let nobody it's just like with the N-word. Like, don't let nobody convince y'all because black people commit crime. Now you can't give clean commentary when a white person does something to a black person. That is a lie. Because there's nobody that unalives more people on the planet Earth than white people. But nobody tells them they can't talk about crime. There's nobody that steals more than white people, but they can still talk about thievery. There's nobody that talks about unaliving innocence, but they can talk about innocence. There's nobody that molests, that commit essays, that PDFs children, like white people, but yet they can talk about others that do it. So don't let them pigeonhole you. That is a form of white supremacy. And you'll notice, here's how you'll know when a black person or a white person has a white supremacist mind state. When the minute you're trying to talk about the subject at hand of what happened to Nolan Wells, if they start running to what black people do that is a white supremacist and the son of a white supremacist, immediately. Well, Ezra, I'm glad you brought up that welfare. Welfare was another one. You know what we found? You know when white people stopped talking about welfare? Have you really heard white people talk about welfare as much when welfare was stopped for a while last year? When they stopped welfare last year, I think they stopped it like around October, November or something like that. Then all of a sudden, the black woman wasn't the queen of food stamps. The black man wasn't the king of it. Like, then all of a sudden, you start seeing videos of white people in all of these lines needing food because you know what we found out? Oh, they was on that welfare. Oh, they was taking advantage. I always shout out Tyler Oliveira. Tyler Oliveira exposed them Jewish people for, number one, having all these kids, and then number two, exploiting and getting government assistance. In 2026, you have to stop falling for these racist tropes of black on black crime, and you can't talk about what white people do when it comes to unaliving us because black people do it too. You can't do that. Shout out to Abishai with the $10 super chat. You can't do that. You can't come out here and sit here and say, let them get away with, when they say, well, they got the bruise on the back of the neck, the throat, they won't send a throat for the autopsy. It's fishy. A sellout black man like Officer Tatum and a white supremacist going to say, well, you know, black people, if it was with black people, it would have happened like this. If it was black people, it would have happened like that. If it was black people, it'd be solved by now. If this would have happened, if this would have been all black people, it's now reverse it. If this would have been black people with that one white person, all them black kids would be in jail. For all them black kids, if you reverse this, them black kids would have all, at least by now, been taken down to the precinct for questioning. All of them. Their accounts would have been taken. Their phones would have been taken. Their cell phone records would have been checked. All of that would have been done by now. That's how you know that there's something suspicious. I'm going to see if there's more to it. I'm going to play some more.
And he thinks that's significant to know an autopsy. The reason he says he would hold it back when he was medical examiner because he thought that there may have been some issues with neck fractures. The last thing that is significant is what we said before about him, the condition of his body when he went into the water. Was he conscious or unconscious? Was he forced or unforced into the water? He said those things are very significant. But he started off talking about this red discoloration in the back of his head is something that was of great concern to him.
We have a few questions. We have my colleagues on either side with microphones. Please announce your name.
As you come into the live stream, 178 people, let's go ahead and thumb up that video. It'd be greatly appreciated. I appreciate y'all joining me. I'm on West Coast time, so it is 8:47 for me. And you know what I did for y'all? I got up. As soon as I got up, I brushed my teeth, washed my face, put some of my glorious body butter on, put my caps grease in my beard so I could do this live stream for y'all. So the least y'all could do is just show a brother some love and just thumb up the video. Be greatly appreciated.
In your media outlet, if you have any questions, we're going to be quick because we have other programming going on in real time. We'll go here first.
Oh, thank you. Hi, everybody. Samantha Chapman, ABC 7 Chicago. You just unveiled a comprehensive outline of the independent report. Can you summarize for our viewers, because there's a lot to take in, a lot of information. So in summary, can you succinctly tell us what we can take away from this report? And also, if you can provide more details about the neck.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people behind me gasping when that detail was mentioned.
Yeah. let me try to be very comprehensive. As Dr. Roger Mitchell said, that the focal area of red discoloration in the soft tissue of the back of the head, the occipital region, is significant because he cannot determine why you have that red discoloration in the back of his brain. That's significant. He also talked about, Mr. Williams, just the fact that as it's common practice, he was missing his throat when they received the body. And he wants to know why they held it back. He's not.
I think that's repeating now. Okay, yeah, that's repeating. So I want y'all to just do this as y'all investigate, as y'all follow this story. There's a lot of things that are being said. I do not think that this was an accidental drowning or accidental unaliving. I do believe that them boys did something to him, and there's going to be the battle that those parents have is number one, the mother that's a judge, that's power. Y'all don't really understand what white supremacy is, but as I always point out, man, them white supremacy is the judges, the cops, the clerks, the police officers, the clergy, the whole community are going to be united to protect those white boys against that young black kid. And it doesn't matter if the young black kid is a criminal or not, because Nolan was a good kid. So it doesn't matter if you're a good black kid or a bad black kid. All you are is black. And they're going to be united against that. You better learn that lesson. You better stick with your own. You know what kind of pissed me off? I'll tell you what pissed me off as I go to the next story, so I can go on TikTok. And anybody can call in. The phone number, I didn't pin the number, but the phone number is open. If you got a question or comment off subject, the number is 862-224-9027. So if you do got a question or comment, you could definitely chime in. I'm going to tell you what pissed me off the most. What pissed me off the most or upset me the most is all the black friends of Nolan Wells that came out afterwards. Because in my brain, ain't none of them niggas say, hey, don't hang with them white boys. Ain't nobody gonna tell Nolan, hey, why don't you just kick it with us? Why hang with the white boys? You can hang with us. Like that's probably the thing that tripped me out the most about it. So now the next story I want to do, I'm gonna pin the number just in case anybody wants to call, because I don't want you to say I didn't give y'all an opportunity to call. So let me pin the number to the top real fast. Pause. Let me get to my comments. I'm gonna pin the number real quick. If you got a question on or off subject, you can call. But TikTok be popping. I'm sorry. TikTok be popping. As soon as I go live on TikTok, the callers call. And I really think y'all like the combination of getting the hellhounds on here. The next story, and I'm just reading something that's making me question if she's going to be able to pull self-defense. The next story, of course, is Kendra Scott. That's the mother's name. It says, man, this is the story. Mom shooting man under daughter's bed wasn't premeditated. That's what the attorney is saying, right? So for those that don't know the story, a 13-year-old, and here's another thing, there's no credible evidence. And this is the thing about what I've been doing a lot lately is I love to create content. Always remember that. I love to create content. But I love to create accurate content. I think you have more credibility when you create accurate content, not knee-jerk content. Like Charleston White saying Charleston White recently was shot at. Charleston White is blaming Jay Prince, talk about sending it to the FBI. I don't believe shit Charleston White said. The only reason I believe he shot because I believe there's other people that said he shot. I don't believe shit that comes out of Charleston White's mouth. So I would never report on that. So the reason why I'm saying that is because there was a brother that came on TikTok the other day that said that the 13-year-old lied to the 20-year-old about her age. So far, I haven't found no credible evidence that says that. Now, do I believe that? Yes. But have I seen any credible evidence that says that? No, I have not seen that. So I'm going to provide to y'all what I have seen that's been credible. Now, if someone has some credible evidence, by all means, give it to me. Also want to shout out Heaven. Y'all know I call Heaven. Bezos is probably the greatest moderator I've ever had on here. Shout out to Bezos. From what she's told me, she's just been super busy. That's why she hasn't been here. But Heaven is like one of my favorites. Heaven had texted me. I think she tried to check me low key because she was like, "Why didn't I play the video of the IUIC? I didn't show the video to y'all of IUIC what they said about Trayvon Martin." So hold on one second. Let me get the video. So I'm gonna play y'all this video because y'all saw IUIC marching for Nolan Wells. Well, this is what they said about Trayvon Martin, who was unalive by a white man who was not a cop, not authority.
Trayvon Martin, who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin? Trayvon Martin, who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin? Trayvon Martin, who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin? That's not what happened to that young man. He decided to go against what the white men say. He tell him to stop. Why he didn't let him stop? Rebellion. He was rebellion. But we fought it.
I'm gonna bring it back.
Cares about Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin, who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin? That's not what happened to that young man. He decided to go against what the white men say. He tell him
Look at this big buck. Look at this. This is what they said.
Cares about Trayvon Martin.
That's what he said. I can't make that up.
Cares about Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin, who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin?
So when you see them marching for Nolan Wells, just know that it's propaganda. Calling Trayvon Martin rebellious because he did not stop because George Zimmerman told him to stop, when George Zimmerman is not police and there's a recording of the police telling George Zimmerman to stop pursuing him. He pursues him anyway. He unalives him, and they say, who the hell cares about Trayvon Martin? So it's hard for me to look at them marching for Nolan to be seen on the camera when behind closed doors, they don't care about Nolan either. Now, this woman, this mom shoots a man under. Now, the way the story was told to me at first was as if the mother shot. Here's what always stood out. Like, how did he get? If he was under the bed, how did he get shot in the back of the head? Now, what I was initially thinking was like he was laying under the bed like this, and maybe with his head like this, because he would be on his stomach if he's under the bed. I don't care if he was suspended from the camp for a while. You think that changed his mindset? I don't even believe you, Antoine Greer. It's hard for me to believe that he was suspended. Because why wasn't the other guy suspended? Why didn't he stop when that white man told him to stop? Rebellion. Was he suspended too? Jesus Christ. So with the woman that's under the, as the brother is under the bed, here's the other thing. They say that the brother was mentally challenged. That is not an excuse. It's not. Because you have to look at what the level of mentally challenged is. Because you can have people, I think a lot of women are mentally challenged and need medication. Let that sizzle in your spirit. A lot of y'all are bipolar. Y'all walking around certified bipolar and need to be on medication. Certified demons need to be on medication. It will not get on it. A lot of brothers out here, I was going to say the word, that would probably get my account clipped. A lot of brothers out here are short bus and need medication too. You hear how some, listen, a lot of your content creators need medication. Weed is not medication, just letting y'all know. So he wasn't that slow if he knew how to communicate with a woman to get that tail and came to the house at 1 a.m. He wasn't that mentally challenged. Huh? He wasn't that mentally challenged. Yo, I'll tell you a funny story, man. In my 11th year, right? So I'm ripping and running the street. I got expunged from school. Expungement. When I got expunged from school my junior year, it was like around, I think like April of that year, and I got expunged. So I could not finish the year. I could not go to another school in Jersey. Like it's not like I could. So I was going to Henry Snyder. I was going to Snyder High School, and I couldn't go to like Ferris or Lincoln or Dickerson or anything like that. I had to wait, and I had to redo that whole year. When I came back, they had me on the third floor, and the third floor, the third floor was. I didn't notice at the time. I ain't noticed at the time. My homeroom. So everybody's homeroom was like 15. Was like for 15. Homeroom was like 15 minutes. It was like from 8:45 to like 9 or like 8:30 to like 9. And I remember I had to go up to my homeroom was all that was like where all the slow niggas was at. I guess they thought I was slow. My for the first marking period, all my classes was like, I think I had like geometry C, English C, history C. So like the classes would be like ABC. They had me in like all the C classes. Yo, they had me in like all the C classes because they thought I was just a dumb nigga. But when my second marking period came and my grades, no, expunged. I wasn't expelled. I'm telling you. I couldn't go to another school in New Jersey. So when I was so by the second marking period, when I got A's and shit, because I was a smart kid, I just was in the street. I got in, so they moved all my classes to B and A classes by the second marking period, except for I had this white geometry teacher. Her name was Miss Delaney, and she wouldn't move me out of the geometry C. And this is what she told me. She said, because I was an asshole even in school. And you ever seen All in the Family with Archie Bunker and his wife Edith, and the way she used to talk with that high pitched voice? That's how Miss Delaney used to talk. And I used to fuck with her all the time. And I remember she told me after the second marking period, she said, you know, you don't deserve. She was like, call her, hold on one second. And she was like, you don't deserve to be in this class, but you're such a fucking asshole. I'm gonna make sure you stay in here the whole year. That shit was fucking diabolical, man. That shit was diabolical. So that whole year though, my homeroom was on the slow people. You said what?
So I'm supposed to just stay quiet until you finish?
Yeah, until I finish. You got a problem? Get the fuck off the phone. You don't like it.
Damn, bro, I ain't say nothing wrong about that. I was just asking.
Oh, okay. You know, I was just checking the temperature. Appreciate it, brother. All right.
Whoa. All right, bro. I got you.
All right. So that whole year, I had to go to the third floor for slow people. Now I'm saying that to say, just because they call you slow don't mean you slow. Because this nigga wasn't that slow that he went to this woman's house thinking he was about to get some tail at 1 a.m. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? That's you, brother. Say G Deuce on the phone.
Yeah.
What's up?
Man, I just wanted to. Damn, it's crazy that I'm seeing myself on this thing. But do you have a place where y'all teach at in Chicago?
Hell yeah. Listen, man. I teach in that class. I'm in Chicago often myself, but I can give you a number to call for
Definitely do that for me, man.
Yep. And just make sure when you call. You said what?
No, because I've been listening to these brothers out of Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you deal with them. A good brother named Naquan. Man, the man be making stuff, man, simple. Mm-hmm. I can understand everything he's saying. Okay. Man, I started listening to you when you do the same thing, bro. So I'm like, man, I need to go and reach out, bro. Let me see what you're talking about.
Well, I appreciate it, man. And so when I give you this number, if you call and don't answer, just make sure you text him and say Captain Tazaryach said to reach out to you for classes. All right?
Uh-huh.
All right, let me know when you're ready. Is this your cell phone? Okay. You want me to just? You want me to text? You want me to text it to you?
I need to get edified, bro.
Do you want me to text it to you?
Say, bro.
I said, do you want me to text it to you?
Yeah, text it to me.
Yep. So soon as you hang up, I'm gonna text it to you. You call that number. If they don't answer, just text them and say Captain Tazaryach said to hit you up about class. All right, I got you.
Doing what you doing, man.
Damn right.
Shit is real, bro.
I will.
I be trying to teach my folks about this shit, and bro, I always come to because I don't got all the knowledge I
Right.
need.
Well, you about to get it now. You about to get it now.
Man.
All right, brother.
I got you, bro.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, peace. I'm about to text him the number. All right, so now, so that whole mentally challenged part, don't get caught up in that mentally challenged part. All right? So now, the mother comes into the house. Now, I'm going to read to y'all. This is what they saying the juvenile, which is the 13-year-old. This is what they're saying the juvenile said. And this is going to be the uphill battle because her charge is, let me read to you her charge. She has been charged with first-degree unaliving, employing a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. I'm going to read this a timeline. It says at approximately 1:45 on July 16th, Scott returned to her home in Memphis's Walker Homes neighborhood. She allegedly discovered Morton hiding beneath her 13-year-old daughter's bed. According to the arrest affidavit, the daughter told investigators that she invited Morton inside shortly before her mother arrived. I wonder if the mother had a camera or something in there to pick up on that. And then it says, police reportedly found Morton outside in the front yard with a gunshot wound to the back of his head. He was pronounced unalive. Scott allegedly told responding officers, "I did what I had to do." A reported statement in the affidavit says Scott had previously warned her daughter that she would shoot a boy if she caught one inside the home. That's important. Yeah, I'm taking calls. After I do this story, I'm going to go live on TikTok. So if you're coming on, you need to come on with it. All right? But I am taking calls. I'm taking calls now while I'm doing this story. So now, the fact that the mother said, if she finds a boy in the house, she's going to unalive him. That could be one or two things. That could be like a conversation where, that's just the way hey, if I catch somebody in here, or is it a pattern of behavior for this young girl? I would also want to know where the daddy is at in all of this. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Where the daddy is at,
You got to pause it in the background.
For work, Texas.
Don't sweat. What's your question or comment? You got to pause the YouTube in the background, brother.
What's your question or comment? You got to pause the YouTube in the background, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, on that Scott deal, when she said that she shot him outside or whatever, he shot in the back of the head. That's premeditated. She already said that she was going to.
That's what I'm saying. Right? Listen. That's what I'm saying. Like when I'm gonna read what the 13-year-old daughter said. It's gonna be hard for her. I think self-defense is gonna be hard for her to fight.
Because you already said it in advance.
Yeah. Let me read to you. Now I'm gonna read to you what the 13-year-old said. I'm gonna read it right now. So this is according to police. This is what the juvenile said to them. It says, police spoke to a juvenile who was allegedly in the home at the time of the incident. The juvenile, whose name has not been released, told police that they had invited Morton into the home at 1:20 or 1:30 per the affidavit. The juvenile then told police that Scott arrived home and began yelling, "Who's at my house?" That's why I said I wonder if she had like maybe some type of camera in the house to know that somebody, for her to walk in the house and say, "Who's in my house?" makes me wonder if she saw somebody in the house, which goes back to the premeditated part that you were saying. It says the juvenile told police that they were afraid of Scott, who had a gun in her hand and had previously said that if she sees a boy in my house, I will put a hole in his ass. The the juvenile said Scott then discovered Morton hiding under the juvenile's bed. This is where it gets a little sketchy. It says the juvenile went on to say that Morton gathered his things and left the home, at which point they heard the gunshot. Now, let's say if she shot at the bed because she threatened, whatever the case may be. But if this man gets to pick up his things and is leaving the house, you cannot say, I don't know if you could say self-defense, because it says the juvenile went on to say Morton gathered his things, left the home, at which point they heard the gunshots.
You cannot say self-defense. The reason being, if you're in the house and that person turned their back, they're no longer threats.
Right.
That's up in the law.
Right.
So if he walks out
Hold
outside,
on. Wait, hold on 1 second.
a camera there. The reason it had to be a camera there because you already went in there intentionally.
Right. You went in there with the intent. Right.
Right. So
Yep.
you already knew. So most likely, most people have cameras on their house. So she probably seen it. I just told her this, and rolled to the house, went and got the gun. Now, who's in my house? So you cannot say you was afraid, because if you was afraid, you would have walked in on the situation, and then it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, yeah. Like imagine like, because it's one. First of all, what's super weird is that it's 1 something in the morning. What was the mom doing? Like, it's so much shit to this. Like, what was the mom doing that she's not? If the mom can get home that fast, because according to the story, he got there at 1:20. She shows up at 1:30, 1:45. So she showed up there quick to do it. So let's say if she's at work, maybe she got a night job, but I would fashion that. She knows she got a fast daughter. That's why she said if she catch somebody at home, she gonna unalive them. She was watching at a ring camera or something. She saw it in there. So the argument of fearing for her life, that whole when she made that statement to the police, I had to do what I had to do. That's not a self-defense statement. That I do what I had to do is, I said I was going to unalive a man if you bring him in the house, and I'm telling you, I meant what I said. That's what it sounds like.
Right. Because, like I say, if she probably went on break and left, they're going to check them out and see what the job was. Because you should have and say, oh, yeah, she should have been still at work. That means she just left the job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, there you have it. It's no way she can say, and that statement you were saying, the statement for self-defense is, I was in fear for my life, and I had no other choice.
Right.
That's the statement that you have to use. That's what they teach cops. That's the statement you have to have.
Right.
You can't say I did what I had to do, because anybody say, well, I did what I need to do. Anybody can say that.
That's
You're
right.
going to jail.
But once he leaving though, and you know what's crazy? If a man or woman, if anybody is threatening you, challenging you, once they retreat, you cannot attack them no matter what. They could have punched you in the face. Once they retreat, if you shoot them and they're in retreat and then they're in leaving mode, they're going to say the threat is gone.
Right. That's why no shot in the back is ever awarded. And I'm like you with those purple guys. Those goddamn purple guys, you're going to bury the situation between Zimmerman
Right.
over the no wines. No. You're supposed to use that a highlight of showing that this is a pattern that goes on.
That's right.
You ain't supposed to bury that. You're supposed to show us a pattern. And by them sitting here hiding, I heard they paid TMZ, and they're lying too for them. So everybody's trying to clean this up so they can get off. But by them deleting text messages, that's a 20-year federal offense.
Mm-hmm.
Automatically, they should have already been being locked up because of you're deleting the evidence.
Right. I agree 100%. And the thing about what they said about they said that about Trayvon Martin when Trayvon Martin first got unalive, and I thought that was probably the most hateful thing I would ever expect a black person to say. And then when it's Israelites, and Israelites are supposed to be these more upright people than the average black person, it was more disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to show that because I'm not really impressed by them marching for Nolan because of the history that they have about black people.
Yeah, they went for the wrong reason. I mean, I understand the unity. The
You know, hey, you know, wait, hey,
Listen.
before you say, you know what's interesting? And we're gonna see how this works out. Ezra made a good point. It said Rick Child chased and shot that boy in the back and got away with unaliving.
Right.
So
Right.
we got
But it's again, it's who we are. It's who we are, and the reason why the laws are always against us. So when you
right.
do
So
something evil,
right,
just a little
I
bit,
get that part.
it'll come
Right,
for you.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything
Okay,
else, brother?
man, I appreciate it.
Hey, no
But
sweat, brother.
listen,
All right, now take
all right.
care. All right. Next caller, 803-627.
What's up, Cap?
Hey, what's going on?
I've been my spirit's been afraid to talk to you.
Why?
I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know. It's been hard to call you and talk to you. I don't know why, but I got some stuff I wanted to share. I watch you a lot, and I don't know, my spirit's drawn to you. But
Hey, when you say spirit, wait, slow
Yeah.
down. You're a so-called black man?
yeah, I am.
Okay, let me upgrade the way you should talk to a man. You should never tell a man that your spirit is drawn to him. You should never
Okay,
tell
what
it.
should I say?
Yeah, don't ever say that to a man, because I'm gonna think you're gay. All right, don't
I'm
say
not gay.
I'm not accused. Yeah, I'm not accusing you. That's what I'm just trying to upgrade how you talk to a brother. You know what I mean? You could just say, maybe I resonate with how you teach, maybe, you know, what you say, you know, I understand it or something like that, but don't say I'm drawn. You know, women, you know, men and women say that, opposite sex say that to opposite sex. You understand?
Got you.
All right,
I
hold
got you.
on 1 second. Caller, hold on. That's what you call to say? Man, he called to say that. Wasting your time. All right, go ahead, brother. Yeah, you can just say I rock with you. Hey man, I rock with you, Cap. You can say something like that, all right?
Yeah. Are you taking on disciples or no? You personally?
You scaring me. You scaring me again, brother. How old are you, brother?
I'm 29.
Okay. I'm not taking no disciples, brother. I'm not.
Okay, so
Well,
anyway,
wait. Slow down.
yeah.
In our school, we are always taking brothers that will come into class, wear all black, become a new brother, get your Hebrew name, become an officer. I'm not taking anybody personally. This is all belongs to the Most High. All right. So if you're saying you want to get in class, yes, you can get in class, but I don't need a personal disciple. No.
Okay. Well, I want to share something with you. I watch a lot of your debates, and a lot of people ask, where are the Jews you say are black? And you can trace them back in history. And I just wanted to share something with you. You was talking about the Spain expulsion, right? Correct?
Mm-hmm. I was.
So if you go back into history and look at Sao Tome, the island,
Mm-hmm.
the king kicked out Jew kids and sent them to an island called Sao Tome in 1493.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2,000 Jewish children, and you can track them from Portugal going to the island of Sao Tome, and there's a statue of, I suppose he was a Jew because he was trying to fight for his freedom, and they killed him. I forgot his name, but they called him the Liberator, and you can trace it. And that's the easiest way to track who the Jews were. And they fed them to the gators when the 2,000 children got to the island. There was a gator infested island, and they were being fed to it, and a lot of those Jewish kids died. And I'm guessing the Liberator grew up on that island, trying to get his freedom from being a slave.
Hey, send me that information. If you could text my phone with that information that you had.
Yeah, and then there's a lot more. There's a book written by a guy named Obleda Esquano. I can send you that one.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, send me that one too. I've heard of him, but I never went into it. But yeah, send me that one too.
Oh yeah, I do deep study, like really deep study. But
And where do you live? Where do you live at?
I live in the North Carolina area.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a number, because we have a school. Because remember, I said I don't have disciples. You're a so-called black man, right?
I'm African American. What
Gotcha.
they would call it, yeah.
Gotcha. I want to give you a number to call for North Carolina, and I want you to begin to get in class. And here's what now what I'm saying now has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the audience. To my audience, y'all got to get out of the habit because a brother may talk more proper than another brother. He now got to be white. Everybody don't talk the same. Y'all got to stop doing. Y'all got to stop doing that. Yeah, y'all gotta stop doing that. You know, we come in different personalities. We not all gonna speak the same, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with being able to pronounce all of your damn words. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. All right, all right. So I want to give.
I'm educated. I don't care.
No problem. So I want to give you this this number. Let me know when you're ready. Oh.
All right, what you got?
All right, it's 240. Oh, let me hold up. It's 240-408-2034.
Where do you want me to send that information to you?
To this number. I want you to text it to this number that you called me.
I got a lot of good shit for you, bro.
Yeah.
Wanted to give it to you.
When you text me, it might be easy. So what you'll do when you first text me, I'm gonna text you my email, and then if email works better, then just send it to me by email. All right.
All right, bet.
All right, I appreciate it. Make sure you call that number. If they don't answer, just text and say Captain Tazaryach said to hit you up about class. All right.
Yeah, yes, sir. I got you.
All right, no sweat. All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace. Caller, what's your name? Where you call? Wait. Hey, Dave. This is David.
Yes, sir.
Hold on one second. I want to call back this number that was trying to call me, that was trying to cuss me out. Oh, I'm about to see what's up. Hold on. Let me see if they answer. Hey, why you call me, man? Why you keep calling me?
Hey, why you call me, man?
Yeah, shut your bitch ass up.
But why you? Man, why? I wanted to have a conversation with him. Listen, I love the trolls. Why you hang up? He didn't have to hang up. What's up, Dave? You got a question or comment?
Yes, sir. First off, I just want to say, brother, I've been following you since around 2013, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, hold on 1 second, brother.
You said what?
Hey, sorry about that, Cap. I've been following you since about 2013. Back when I first got into the truth, I'm 33 years old. I live in Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
I actually follow you on Instagram. You follow me back too, and we've had brief conversation on IG before, but I just want to say, man, I definitely appreciate all the work you've been doing, and I'm glad that I've been seeing that you've been doing a lot of debates lately, and it's been getting a lot more attention. Because it seems like a lot of people now are trying to find the truth, and you've been revealing it. But I see constantly where people are constantly trying to align themselves with Islam, and I'm just trying to get more of an understanding on that.
That's why they do that.
Yeah.
The reason why they're doing that is because there's a spirituality that. Hold on. Caller, hold on. Wait, it won't let me. I may have to call you back when this call ends. It won't let me merge the call. All right, so I'll call you back. All right. So, black people are spiritual, and because we're spiritual, we're seeing the failures of the Christian church, and also, although we're walking away from Christianity, we still want to have a connection that we feel connects us to a higher being or the Most High or God or etc. So Islam becomes the next best thing to us. So that's why you're seeing that. You're seeing that because it just appears to look better to at least be connected to something. So and the other thing about it is Islam presents itself at the surface level. It makes you believe, yeah, we believe in Jesus. He was a prophet. So they look at it like, okay, well, I'm going to just believe in that. I can still have my Jesus and not just add this part to it. That's why you're saying that.
Okay, that makes sense because, I got a really good friend and he went to jail. That's where it seems like where they mainly find it.
Mm-hmm.
Went to jail, converted to Islam, and then got out a totally different person.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen that happen a couple of times, but this is like one of my best friends, and I went to talk to him about the scripture, and they always come back with the same thing. Oh, the Bible is corrupted. You know,
When
the angel.
right, and when they say the Bible is corrupted, do they ever tell you where it's corrupted at?
And that's exactly where I was trying to ask him. And he was trying to tell me, at first he pointed to the Talmud where it talks about Rebecca being 3 years old, where she wasn't 3 years old because she was drawing water out of a well.
Right.
And she was also having a full-blown conversation. But they go to the same scriptures, and you debunk that and talk about the Prophet Muhammad being a freak, police be upon him.
Right. Now, and you don't ever point to them that the Talmud is not the Bible?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
I believe it was written by a man named Rashi or something like that,
Mhm.
and I don't know too much about the Talmud, but I believe that's where those fake Jews also get that stuff.
Absolutely.
The baby blood off the penis.
Right.
And
That is correct.
But, yeah, and I got into that, but you know, they just get back with the same thing. But it seems like it's really huge. And I actually got a friend. He's actually on the line too.
You said what? Say that last part. You said what?
I said I got a friend who's also on the line too.
Okay.
He's 3-wayed in right now.
Okay.
But,
What's going on, man?
Yeah, he's trying to get more into the truth. You know, he's been doing a lot of research and studying.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he has a couple of things that he's going to hang up with. And I didn't know if you have any questions for him.
Well, before we get to that part, right?
Yeah.
Don't ever let nobody use outside biblical sources to debunk whatever's supposed to be false in the Bible. You got to make sure you stay within the Bible. The Talmud gives that age because also the Talmud says you can marry a woman at 3 years old. Excuse me, marry a girl at 3 years old. And so they use their sexual deviancy. They use the Talmud to justify that deviancy. But like you said, Rebecca, first of all, before you even get to Rebecca, Abraham sends his servant to find a woman for Isaac, not a little girl for Isaac. And so when you go get that, not only is Rebecca fetching water, she's having a whole conversation. You wouldn't have a conversation with a 3-year-old. All right?
Right.
Okay, so now with the other brother, did you have questions?
Yeah, so basically, I was studying Catholicism for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I found out they were...
I got to call you back.
Not super deep, but...
You said you were studying. You said you were studying Catholicism.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Like the Catholic Church, yeah. So then found out that was super corrupt. Now I'm digging into Orthodox, and then I have dug into Hebrew Israelites a little bit, not too deep. I understand the Jews are black for sure, but some of the scriptures, I guess I interpret it a different way when it means like there's no salvation or the kingdom's only for the Israelites and non-Gentiles won't be saved.
And so now let me ask you a question. What would be the scriptures that make you believe that, or make you struggle with the concept that only Israel shall be saved?
I'm not too sharp on it. I gotta.
No, if you could paraphrase them. If you could paraphrase
them,
if you could paraphrase them, I can find them for you.
Okay, it was something along the lines of when they was saying it was that Israelites and the Gentiles would be saved, and then when it says something about the people turned into Abraham's seed or whatever, and that they were kind of saying that's what makes them saved too. I gotta actually dig them up real quick.
The first one you said. Say that first one that you said first. Say that one again.
It was the Israelites and the Gentiles, and I think somebody had explained it to me that it was just they were just talking about the Greek Israelites.
Well, it actually, I don't think it says the Israelites and Gentiles. It'll say like to the Jew first and then to the Gentiles. I think it says it like that. And so the reason why it says to the Jew first and then to the Gentile, because what most people won't teach you, the word Gentile by definition, it just means nation. The way we're taught Gentile is today, we're taught Gentile means, I'm typing the wrong thing. We're taught that Gentile means non-Israelite. That's not the definition of that word. The definition of Gentile just means nation in the Old Testament and the New Testament. So by definition, Israel is a Gentile. Now, when it's used in certain contexts, it'll say, don't be like the Gentiles, meaning don't be like the nations. But there's times where Israel was prophesied, like in Genesis, the 35th chapter, Jacob was told that his seed would become a company of nations. That's more than one. In Genesis, the 48th chapter, Ephraim, which is one tribe of Israel, was told that he would become a company of nations, which is more than one, because it's speaking of us being scattered. So in Romans, the 9th chapter, it'll say to the Jew first and then to the Gentile. And what that's explaining, and then and right after Paul makes that statement, Paul says, as it also says in OC, I will call them my people, which were not my people. And most Christians believe, see, we're now being called God's people. The Jews had it first, but now we're being called God's people. But Paul is quoting a prophet in the Bible. He's quoting the prophet Hosea. When he says, as it says in OC is Hosea. So as he says in Hosea, I will call them my people, which was not my people. When you actually read Hosea, it says, when you actually read the book of Hosea 1, at the end, it says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. So Hosea is prophesying that the children of Israel, as they're being scattered, there's going to come a time that those same children of Israel will again be called the sons of the living God. So when Paul says to the Jew first, then to the Greek, or to the Jew first, then to the Gentiles, Christ was in Jerusalem first. Even when he was in Jerusalem, he said, go not into the way of the Gentiles, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So as the disciples would begin to travel, so when Christ passes away, when Christ resurrects, and they're going outside, like in Matthew 28, when it says, go and teach all nations, it's still following the same concept of going to the nations, going to the Israelites in those nations. Because like Hosea said, like Paul said, the Israelites who were not called the children of God would then be called the children of God, and Christ is that reason.
Okay, yeah. And then another one, that makes sense. Another one I was super hung up on was where it was, here there is no Greek or Jew, but in Christ we're all.
Yeah, but even before you get to this, neither Jew nor Greek, it actually says a little more than that. It says, for there is neither Jew nor Greek, bond or free, male or female. So now Jew or Greek is a class, because if you're a Greek, you're Hellenized. So imagine like I'm an Israelite. Let's say I'm going to use the three of us, right? So y'all going to be the Israelites. I'm in the world. So in this analogy, there is neither you as an Israelite or me as an African American. There is neither a man in bondage, meaning in debt, or a man that's free. There is neither male nor female, for ye are all one in Christ Jesus. So like as y'all being the Israelites, and I'm trying to come into the truth, I would be the Greek because I'm Americanized. Like they would be Hellenized. So although I'm black, like y'all are black, y'all have knowledge of self for being an Israelite. I don't have knowledge of self for being an Israelite because I'm still Americanized. But what Paul is saying, there is no Jew or Greek. There is no bond or free. There is no male or female, for ye are all one in Christ Jesus. Verse 29, it says, and if ye be Christ, then ye are Abraham's seed and heirs according to the promise. And the promise is the most important part, because Paul also said only Israelites pertain the promise. So if we're the only ones that get, so if the same writer of Galatians is the same writer of Romans, and he says only Israelites get the promise, then he can't be telling a lie in Galatians and telling the truth in Romans, or vice versa. It got to be the truth altogether. You understand?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep. So where y'all from?
I'm from Chicago.
Both of y'all? Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, so I got a number for Chicago. I don't know if I got a number for Omaha, Nebraska, but y'all can both take this number for Chicago, and I'm gonna give the one that's in Chicago. I'm gonna give you a number. The one that's for Nebraska, I'm gonna give you a different number to call. All right. All right. So no sweat out. Akim, the number for Chicago is 773-812-7281.
73882, and then what the last word?
7281.
Okay, bet.
All right. And then the number for Omaha, I think this might be a number you can call for Omaha. He'll tell you if it's not. It's 832-236-9322.
Thank you. Got you. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll definitely reach out to him. Yeah, no, it was just my main question was just mainly about those Muslims because it seems like there's a huge exposure right now of people are converting to Islam, and I was confused about that at first, but it makes sense how we always had this sense of spirituality, and we just want to associate ourselves with something besides Christianity, so we align ourselves with the Islamic calendar. No, it's not. I was about to say, see, I'm learning. I watch a lot of your debates against Muslims, and that's what I learned. I be saying that them niggas is like training wheels, like they're easy to debunk.
Yeah. Well, once y'all get in class, you'll be more abreast at how to tackle it all. And the key point is to get in class.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
All right, man. Y'all take care. All right?
Yep.
All right. Bye-bye. There's two people I got to call back. Look like I don't know if we're going to get the Hellhounds today because I do owe two people a call. I owe, I think, William Whedon. I owe a call back. I'm going to see if I can call this other brother back, too. Hey, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can merge these two calls. All right, hold on, Derek. All right, so I got William first. William, you there?
Yo,
What's up? You got a question or comment?
yeah, I was trying to see if you had some classes in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We do. Yeah, we got classes everywhere. Let me give you the number for those classes, all right? Let me know when you're ready. Let me know.
You go ahead.
It's 405
Yeah,
664
all right.
9730.
All right, appreciate that.
Hey, no sweat, brother. Take it easy.
All right.
All right. Derek, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your question?
My question is about Solomon Black and Calmly.
Solomon what? Black and comely? Okay, go ahead.
Edomite told me that a lady was talking about his curtains.
The Song of Solomon is a duet between him and his wives, so you're going to see occasional back and forth. But the Black and Comely is him talking about himself. His wife begins to talk, I think, afterwards or something like that, but they both are talking. The whole conversation is them talking back and forth to each other.
Okay.
The whole book is a duet.
Say that again.
The whole book is a duet.
Okay. What's the number for the school? Y'all got a school in Mississippi?
Yes. Hold on, let me, you said Mississippi?
Yeah.
Shit. The number for Mississippi. I'm gonna give you the number to the closest brother.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Sarnetta, I'm live right now. Hey, Sarnetta, I'm live right now. I got.
Hey, yo, man.
I'm live.
All right.
All right.
Call me back, brother.
All right. Sorry about that. Hold on, let me get this number for you. because they'll know how to get the number for Mississippi for you quicker than I can. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
It's 301
Okay.
787
Okay.
6218.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Hey, no sweat. All right, y'all. I'm gonna do TikTok. I'm gonna do TikTok for. Shit, I got an interview. I got an interview I gotta get ready for. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. So I'm gonna do TikTok for 30 minutes. So this is gonna be, well, no, I think I'm gonna end the live. I think I did good. I think y'all did good with the phone calls. Y'all ain't do that good with the damn likes though, but I think I did good with the phone calls. Y'all was real good. I was able to get the stories out. I'm about to go do an interview at a podcast. So let me prepare for that. Listen, if you're into Vegas or tonight, 10 p.m. East Coast time, 7 o'clock Pacific time, I'll be teaching class in Las Vegas. I'm coming to Cleveland. Oh, okay. I'm glad you mentioned Cleveland. I'll be doing a debate in Cleveland. Let me get August 1st. Let me give y'all the ad. Let me give y'all the joint. Where you at? Where you at? Let me find it. Let me find it. That was Saturday. When did I send? I know I sent the message to him. Hold on, let me find it. What in the birthday cake is going on? Hold on. I'm trying to find this text message that I sent that has the address information so I can give it to y'all. Let me scroll up. Let me scroll down. Oh, here we go. All right, so I'll be debating at Calvary Chapel, Cleveland. 709 Brook Park Road, Cleveland, Ohio. There might be a church. Oh, when I say what in the birthday cake, it's like a way for me not to curse. That's old. That's when I was in the world. I used to say that. I either say like what in a birthday cake or a G Monetti. I got G Monetti from my father. I got the birthday cake from my boy Denny Bass. So I'll be debating: does the Bible promote polygamy, and does the Bible promote the Trinity? I'll be whooping ass, taking names. So that's in Cleveland, August 1st. So I'll be in Cleveland July 31st. So I land in Cleveland in the evening of July 31st. The debate is at the Calvary Chapel, 709 Brook Park Road, Cleveland, Ohio. All right? That's where I'll be debating. I'll make a post about it soon. So I do appreciate y'all rocking with me. So until next time, Yahweh Bashim Yashar Brakathum, Yahweh Shemathum Bashim Yahushua.